Surprised we haven't been recording already.
No. Decided
Your granddad has been pretty restrained.
Decided not to do that today. Just sort of trying to get the thing here. No. Here, I can do this. Here, I can sort of lean. No. There we go. Okay.
Can you take smaller bites of that carrot, please, next time?
I was never able to eat carrots that fast. I still can't.
It's I mean, he thank goodness he likes them. So these are the baby.
You know, I don't
baby
mind. Well, I like the because over there on not Fenway,
North Fork.
Como.
Come.
When we had that garden when you were 1.
I remember that.
Oh, I mean that was a deep, rich topsoil. You dig down about 2 feet, and it was just all this beautiful topsoil, no clay. But we did these baby carrots.
I remember that.
And you loved them.
I love baby carrots.
And I like them too. The thing I never liked is cooked carrots.
I don't like cooked carrots either.
I don't like.
I like them like that, raw.
Yeah. Or if you're going to cook them, just ever so slightly blanch them.
Oh yeah, maybe just kind of give them a little warming.
Yeah.
At most.
But
yeah. I like most of my vegetables that way anyway. And of course, God bless her. Your grandmother. Well, I mean, the reason I never ate vegetables as a kid, or hated vegetables as a kid, is because I didn't realize that vegetables could actually be prepared in a way that were enjoyable until I got into adulthood. Because your grandmother cooks all vegetables until they are almost a mush.
Oh yeah, so sort of like well, that's the English tradition, and my mother would do that as well.
Yeah.
And so when my dad retired and started doing the cooking,
it
was like, oh, this is how.
Like, oh, you mean peas aren't supposed to just turn to mush?
That was one thing that my sister laid down the law, on my mother. She got me. She said, you can't do this to peas. And so Hallie would cook the peas.
How old was Hallie when she finally?
Well, let's see.
Old enough to get away with it?
8 years different, so I would say probably somewhere when she was about 14.
Oh, really? Good for her. Yes. I mean, like, I enjoy Brussels sprouts. Now.
Oh, yeah, right. If you don't ever cook them, they're wonderful.
Kelly makes the most amazing Brussels sprouts. I mean,
I've had her Brussels sprouts. They're excellent.
Green beans, peas.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, carrots I just assume not cook at all, but, yeah.
The one thing I don't like...
I don't like peas. I don't like seek peas out.
Quaw by itself is celery.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if you chop it up finely and use it as flavoring in things, that's okay. But I didn't realize this, but in the early 1900s, raw celery sticks were the most popular appetizer in high-end restaurants in the United States.
Really?
Believe it or not. That would explain why I think my parents were, both of them, were very big on, having us try to eat raw celery.
Really?
Well, basically, you've got these 5 strands running down your side, which I viewed as just basically, an invitation to choke to death.
Yeah, I've never, I'll eat it. Like, if you give it to me, I'll eat it.
Oh, I won't. I won't eat raw celery.
When I was growing up,
No.
the very popular...
You can't describe it with peanut butter on it either.
Well, see, there you go. That was, when I was growing up, the very popular, school lunch vegetable was raw celery with, peanut butter down the middle. Which I'd lick the peanut butter off and then leave the celery. Now I actually will, if you give me, celery sticks, now, I'll eat them.
No, I won't.
But I don't, seek them out.
I won't.
That's,
I just,
slathered in ranch dressing.
No. I don't like. It's all about mouthfeel.
Oh yeah.
If I feel like I'm going to choke to death, I don't want to eat something.
Well, yeah, that's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good general principle.
Good general rule.
If you feel like you're going to choke to death.
I don't feel like I'm going to choke to death.
So, eat it. Well, sometimes they'll actually come and think. Well, yeah, in other contexts, perhaps.
3 generations, Carter Kersey. 3.
3 generations.
Albeit, almost all in frame. There we go. Hitting strongly.
3 generations.
What is this, a Super Bowl halftime show?
You're a ham. You know what a ham is?
An up-and-coming YouTuber is what it is.
You. That's what a ham is.
What's a ham?
You.
So what's gonna happen?
A ham is a type of actor that goes over the top.
Well, I mean, any real actor kind of naturally is.
Well, you have to because stage actors.
Well,
so
yeah.
they see
Right.
you.
Well, and you have to enjoy being.
You can't really do
All
that.
right,
on,
thank you.
on
Yes,
movie.
we don't need to dance
Yeah.
like Dan and stuff. But yes,
We have the
I'll
big
show
TV on so he can watch himself on the big
I'll
TV.
show your granddad the slow-mo feature. Yes, I would say all of your good actors actually have to be hams
Oh,
because you
yeah.
have to like being.
Well, and you
being
have to,
center of
you
attention.
have to have a certain narcissistic,
Yeah.
not a.
Well,
Not a-
it really does borderline. It
yeah.
borders on narcissism.
But not pathologically narcissistic.
No,
Yeah.
but all these guys that are really, really good, there's a certain
Oh, sure.
level of
Yeah.
like if I'm not in the center of attention, it pisses me off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Excuse me.
Can you sit down? Can you sit down for me, please?
What do you say?
I said, can you sit down for me? I mean, we're not going to just sit here and do this all day. Are we? Eat your carrots. Draw a picture. Contemplate the universe. Do some math.
I want to eat my carrot.
Calculate the speed, feet per second of
Well,
60 miles an hour.
we're supposed to be working on our math facts. We've kind of been slacking on that a little bit. So we'll work on that. What did you have in your hair? That's all right. It's showered night.
Is that a crumb?
It was a crumb. It was a crumb.
Ow.
Well, if you let someone comb your hair once in a while, it would be easier. You're like Calvin from Calvin and Hobbes.
Calvin Hobbes?
Yeah, I don't think the apple fell too far from the tree, did it?
Those bangs will work until you start to get really greasy when you're about 14.
Yeah.
Then it'll be like infection
Yeah.
city up there on your forehead.
Then all of a sudden you won't be so keen to have them. What can we talk about?
I had Carter. I had to wear a burr haircut until I was 15.
Now, I've been thinking about this. I want to ask you about this. When you say a burr haircut,
Just take your clippers.
was it clippered the same length all the way around, or was it like a flat top?
No. That flat top would have been even worse.
Okay, so it was clippered the same
Yeah,
length
it
all
was
the way around.
it was like a military, first day in the military
All right,
or
yeah.
prison haircut.
Yeah. Now, was it like completely shaved and then you let it grow back
Oh
in?
no, it wasn't shaved. It was never shaved. It was
clippered.
It was clippered.
But by clippered, like how short? Like quarter inch, half inch to start with, and then you let it grow in a little bit.
Generally, it was would have been about a quarter of an inch, and then
You grow in a little bit.
When it got up to the point where it started looking anything at all longer than a burr, back to the sadomasochistic, 5 ex-Marine barbers in Lebanon I was sent.
Oh, all right. This wasn't even like an at-home thing.
No, this wasn't an at-home thing. See what happened? This all started when my dad was in his late 40s. Because when he got in his late 40s, his hair started doing what mine does.
Right.
But he, instead of just trying to fly with it, he used to have Really, he used to have hair like yours.
Really?
Absolutely, it was dark brown, thick,
Yeah.
rich hair. But as happens when you get in your 40s, things start falling out and things,
Not for everyone.
falling down, and
Not going.
and so I guess he was going to take me along for the
Right.
ride.
Like the haircut he's got in that picture there,
with
where
you.
he's looking. Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
it's got the. I mean, you can tell it's grown out a bit, but it's
Yeah.
basically the
Right.
same bird.
Right.
Okay.
And so when he went to a burr at that, I went to burr.
Then it was.
Actually, when I was 4, I had hair like Carter's.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. But then it was Burr City for both of you.
Burr City for both of them.
You weren't given an option.
No. Well,
Did you ever ask for an option?
well, when I got to the point I was about 14, and I said, "Gosh, can't you just let me just grow it out a little bit?" I got Mr. Taylor, the history teacher,
Right.
to sort of just let it. I
Well,
remember him saying to my dad, he came out to get vegetables from the garden.
Yeah.
Just Joe, he says, "Why don't you let your son
Let the
grow
boy
grow his hair out a little bit?"
just a little bit. We're not turning him into a
Yeah.
hippie. Well, because there weren't hippies at that point.
He's not going to be some hippie.
He's not going to. I guess at that point it would be bohemian. He's not going to be some bohemian.
No, it was hippie.
Well-
hippie was the
Well,
phrase.
let's see, 52.
No, this would have been
62. Okay, so yeah, hippie. Yeah. Okay.
So,
Yeah.
so then after when I was 15, then I could have hair sort
So
of
he's
like
not going to turn into Jack Kerouac.
just a
Oh,
little
Jack
less
Kerouac.
than, just not quite as long as yours,
Yeah.
but something like that.
Well, this is really long for me.
Yeah.
I've been looking like a bum lately.
All the people that watch me are going to think you're now completely simple, Carter. When obviously you're not. Video is inherently a very cool medium, as in cool color, cool temperature.
The simple hunters
Cool
Yes.
temperature.
will come and get you.
Yes, the simple honey.
I'm a 7-year-old.
Now,
Oh,
Carter,
you're never
I
too
don't-
young or too
I don't-
old for the simple
I
hunters
don't want to
come get
alarm you. I don't want to alarm you. But, and I didn't have a chance to tell your granddad this because I haven't seen him in a while, but I saw on the news just the day before yesterday that the simple hunters have reactivated in this area, and at
They
any
used to
moment-
be in Mirror Lake.
Well, they're all over Central Ohio now, and I'm just saying, like, if you act too silly or too simple, they could come and get you.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Are you joking?
Maybe,
Possibly.
maybe not.
Maybe not. Is it a risk you want to take? If your mom sees this video,
That's right.
I'm going to get divorced.
Yeah, quite often they will live under your bed.
It could be.
Yeah.
Or in the basement.
Yeah.
You know that crawl space in the basement?
Mm-hmm.
They have no problem. They can hang out down there.
The interesting thing about it is that you actually believe that.
Oh, I bought a hook, line, and sinker. Well, I was also like 5.
Well, it settled you down.
Well, yeah, it worked.
It did work.
Yeah. Carter's a little bit too worldly, I think.
Well, it's nowadays,
Yeah,
that,
nowadays
that,
it
that
doesn't
doesn't fly. Yeah. But it sure worked then.
Yeah.
Settled you right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of settling down, we should probably go and take your grandmother's credit card back to her. I did her grocery shopping for her the other day, and I forgot to give her a credit card back, so I still have her.
Well, how's she going to order stuff from Amazon? How's she going to?
It's not like she's using it. So
How's she going to? How's she
how's she
going
gonna have all of her stuff delivered?
How's she going to have you buy the latest stuff off of Amazon or eBay?
I tell you that I'd love to be a fly on the wall when she calls us, because this book company she calls and orders from all the time has probably only got about 4 phone operators. I mean, they probably all know her by name.
Oh,
at this
sure.
point.
Oh, yeah. Maybe so. Yeah.
Oh, I did finally buy her a new phone for Christmas
Hello.
that has an adjustable volume for the
Well, of
handset.
course, we're all have to do area code dialing now.
Yeah. Which, well, actually, when I went to call you,
Yeah.
I have you just in there as a contact, so I just pushed your name,
Yeah.
but I don't have the area code in there, so I had to dial it with the area
Oh,
code.
well, see, I have all my numbers I put in with area code
Yeah, well, I'll have to go
on
back.
my cell phone.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and put yours. Well, I've got your cell phone in there with the area code because your cell phone is the 740,
740. Yeah.
but the other one is the 614.
Yeah.
What's the new one? 382? Is that the one they've
I don't
added?
know.
380?
Ain't my fucking problem.
382?
That's warm.
Yeah, it is.
My new policy, well, it has been for quite some time. Is if I don't need to know it, I'm not going to try to learn it.
Well, all right. Seems reasonable.
That didn't used to be my policy. Was I wanted to know as much about everything as possible,
Right.
even if it didn't affect me.
Right.
Now I'm just sort of rationing. I'm rationing the
Are you
remaining.
running out of room up there?
Yeah,
We're just
rationing the remaining.
trying to make sure.
The remaining hard drive space.
You don't
in my
want to
head.
use up too many of those free brain cells just in case something important comes along, right?
I have 2 shotguns.
Yeah. Now listen to me.
Yeah.
That policy doesn't apply to you. Your job.
No, your job is to learn as much
is
as
to
possible.
soak up
Everything.
every fact you can absorb and retain
Yeah.
until you get to be about my age.
Even the most peripheral of the art.
Exactly. Hence, why we were just talking about like why you need to know the Bible or other references, right? Because you need to know these things. This is what educated people know.
Yeah.
Please
Okay.
cough into the. And please don't cough on the back of your hand. Where are you supposed to cough?
Okay.
Where are you supposed to cough? Thank you.
I'm getting facts in my head right now.
Okay. This is creeping me out. Sit down.
Okay, I'll do it over
Do
here.
you need to draw a picture? I think you do.
Facts are still going through my head.
Yeah? What's 4 plus 4? Quick.
Hey,
What's 8 plus 8?
no idea.
Yes, you do. You know up to 20.
19.
Close. Keep
20.
working. No, that's not it's not an auction.
It's not enough.
This is why you're supposed to be working on your math facts.
I forgot.
Because you're supposed to know your math facts up to 20, and you did. You were doing really well. And then we kind of fell off the...
Are you multiplying
Fell off
that?
the track.
Are you doing
No.
multiplying?
They don't do multiplication
I was
until I
gonna
think
say,
it's 3rd grade.
Maybe we do like powers of 2.
Well, according to the course of study, he's supposed to have his addition and subtraction facts
Carrot number
up to
388.
10.
Yeah.
His teacher, though, is making them learn up to 20, which I'm like, great,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I mean, certainly up to 12 would be very useful.
When I was a kid, it was up to 12.
Yeah.
With addition, subtraction, and then later on when we had to learn our multiplication facts.
Well, so
it was
much of
up
that stuff is just. I mean, it's just once you learn it,
right.
it makes anything other than something really complex just go like the wind.
Yeah, it's so much easier. So now they it's a combo of like just straight up memorize these, but then it's also no one ever really kind of emphasized the whole idea of tens, like base tens and things like that until we were older. Now it's part of
based on
the idea that 4 plus 4 is 8, right? But if you put a 10 in front of it, it's 14 plus 4 is 18, right? Because there's just a 1 in front of it. You know that. I know you know that, but you've forgotten it because we've been bad about your math facts. Will you please chew each bite of that before you swallow? Just like don't just shove the whole thing in your mouth.
Like this.
Well, let's see. Well, first I got my 10 gauge.
Oh, well, I can Heimlich you. You're
no,
not
no,
going to
no,
like
I'm
it.
just saying my 10
I'm
gauge.
shoving through my
This is
mouth.
my 10 gauge.
10 gauge needle?
Yeah, my 10 gauge angiocath.
Yeah, we can just stick that down your neck.
It's somewhere. Where is it? It might be here.
I can steal the
I've got it
seeds.
somewhere. Yeah, this is not the time where you're going to spend time looking.
Yeah,
for the
no,
10
we don't
gauge.
want that.
It's in here somewhere.
Carter, you understand that your granddad gets that seat back instantaneously when he wants it, right?
Mm-hmm.
being the eldest of the Kerseys in the house, he gets to pick his chair. When you have your own house, you can be the guy that gets to pick your chair.
Well, I guess
I
we're all shit out of luck.
You're screwed. You're screwed, man. You're gonna die.
You're
You're
screwed.
just gonna choke.
That's like that great thing about the snake bite. You know? What did he say? You're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
What is that? That's that story. I've read that story. Maybe it's a joke.
It's about the guy getting bit on his appendage by a snake.
Oh, the joke. Okay, yes. There's an actual story out there that I read somewhere where basically it's the story of
The guy said,
this guy gets bit by a snake.
Go
He's gonna die.
go see what.
Who,
Go
Carter?
see what you got. Oh, you're fine,
Oh,
sweet.
okay.
You're gonna die. What the doctor said? You're gonna die.
You're gonna die.
What am I wrote? Oh, I'm roaming around.
What was the joke Scott told me the other day? So a horse walks into the bar. The bartender says, "What can I get for you?" And unable to understand English, the horse just shit on the floor. What was the other one? I forget what the other one is. Like, horse walks in the bar. Bartender says, "Why the long face?" But it's something. I think that was it. That was just why the long face. Yeah.
Would you like your chair back? Here. Actually, that's fine because I'm going to go take a leak.
Okay.
I shouldn't get too long.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
Okay.
That's great. Yeah. No rush,
Or as
man.
they say, talk amongst yourselves.
Oh, that's right. We're on camera. We're offering.
Talk amongst yourselves. How do you like the way this thing is going?
I like it. Have we had like an earthquake?
Well,
or?
I don't know. Actually, I'm kind of using that as a, one of those, whatever that technical term is for those things. So don't fuck around with my computer.
Don't touch the computer.
Not.
Well, don't stick your face clear in the middle of the screen.
Yeah. Don't stick your face in the middle of the screen. Here, Carter. Let's do a dance. Let's do a dance. Do a dance. Do dance style.
I'm
Do dance style.
chewing.
Oh, okay, good. Can I have a carrot? No, I'm gonna let you. I still want you to do some homework. You almost punched me in the face with your carrot. Listen to me. No, that's fine. You can have the carrot. You need to do some homework.
I know.
Your minutes are running out.
I'm gonna do my homework once I'm done with all my carrots.
That seems reasonable to me. We're getting to the point where I'm not even going to give you an option anymore. It's just going to happen. Okay, so you're burning through options. Should we show Granddad your slow-mo video of your Pinewood Derby?
No. Can you show me the slow-mo video of me doing Gator style?
No, I deleted it.
Aww.
Well, because it didn't work out so well.
So it's still returning the video right now.
Yep. Your granddad records all kinds of stuff.
How many videos does he have?
Hundreds.
Way more than John Roger?
I don't know if it's more than Diamond Minecart, but certainly the content is very different from that of Diamond Minecart.
Diamond Minecart has 288 videos.
Diamond Minecart only has 288 videos. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, your granddad has way more than 288 videos.
What? Oh, I've got 900 and
900.
come up with 940.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of videos. Well, think about it. One video at least every day.
Well, no. It's. I've been doing it for 3 years and almost 3 months.
Yeah.
2.5 months.
Yeah.
So, that's like what 1,100 days, something like that. So,
1,100 days.
like one every day and a half. These aren't short bad boys either.
Yeah.
As somebody pointed out to me the other day.
Well, some of them are. Some of them aren't.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Some of them are, the little 5-minute one-off.
Yeah. and again, like I say, I mean, I'm not, this is my style.
Yeah, yeah.
And the stuff with you guys, that's not even a story.
Well,
That's
I
just
imagine
sort
a
of
lot of folks
slice
kind
it.
of jump around or
Oh,
skip
of course.
around. with
And
that,
no,
you
of
know.
course. I mean, I don't watch everything from some people. I mean, for example, I've decided I'm never going to watch one of these challenge videos.
Challenge videos.
Yeah.
Challenges.
And sometimes I'll watch these guys that do like 20 questions or 10 questions, depending on if I sort of intellectually respect them. I like people that tell stories or,
Right.
or take you through their day.
Sure.
Yeah, I like that. I could care less if somebody puts music in it or. This is not working well.
Here, we're going to show you the.
Yeah.
We're going to show you the
Yeah.
Carter's. So I discovered YouTubers the slow-mo feature on my iPhone 6 Plus. So when taking video, you can take a video.
Please
All
tell
right.
me it doesn't have those black bars on either side.
No. All right. Well, okay.
There ought to be a special place in the netherworld for that crowd.
Never mind YouTubers, because when I imported my videos and photos to my computer yesterday, I deleted them off my phone, and so now I don't have them anymore. So never mind. I was going to show your granddad, Carter, the slow-mo video from your Pinewood Derby, which was really kind of quite amusing. Because it starts out fast and then slows way down.
Oh, you have to put that up.
I will. We do have the video of Daisy tearing into the tampons. That's what's fun.
Well, how is the D-Dog?
Oh, she's good. Daisy, what did you do? I was trying to shame Daisy. She didn't care. Did you get the trash? Did you get into that trash? Daisy doesn't care.
Well, she didn't eat him, hopefully.
No, she eats them.
Bloody stuff?
She eats them.
Bloody stuff?
Yep.
Used ones?
Yeah, scares the hell out of me because then it only takes one to get stuck down there, and then
Who else did that?
It's horrible. It makes me so scared every time it happens.
Malloy would do that.
Yeah.
Malloy would dig face rags and things
God.
out of the trash.
Well, it makes me really nervous because I'm concerned that she's gonna.
Well,
stuck in there.
nothing affected that dog. He was basically an anaerobe. He loved.
Wait, your old dog?
No, that was a
Boy.
beagle that your grandmother had.
How did she even come to own this beagle?
Oh, I think it was somehow related to her first husband.
Oh, all right.
So,
That was sad the day it died.
Well, it's always sad the day a living creature dies, but it's
Yeah.
also cool.
yeah, I think he
It's
got.
not also
Well,
cool.
this
Part of
dog,
life.
this dog met a bad end. They'd gotten into a fight and then got run over by a car.
Yeah.
And,
Got hit by a car.
and,
Your dog?
No.
This
Malloy.
Malloy the beagle. that
Malloy the
Grandma.
beagle.
Your grandmother used to own.
I like that. I mean, I like dogs. But
Well, I like dogs. I don't particularly. Will you stop waving your hands around, please, and sit in? I don't particularly enjoy beagles. They're okay.
Beagles are wonderful if you've got
70 acres for them to run around.
20,000
Yeah,
acres
yeah.
for them to roam in
Yeah.
because they will roam and they will be out of here like a shot. I mean, short of a completely enclosed cage.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to escape. They're going to go.
Yeah.
And if you've got that kind of space, that's fine.
Right?
If you don't, then you're doing a disservice to the beagle.
Pugs and beagles. I'm not a fan of pugs.
Well, pugs are worthless.
Carter likes pugs.
I know. They're worthless.
If you ever owned a pug, you would understand why. They're really obnoxious.
And I can think of another breed right offhand that's also worthless. It's closely associated with your family, extended family.
Oh, yeah. Well, The one is okay. The other was.
Yeah, I don't have much use for that shit.
Camera, you're awesome.
Finish your carrots, and then it's homework time. Let's go.
I'm not ready.
That's why I said finish your carrots. Then it's homework.
Let me take my time, please.
Yeah, well, there's taking your time, and then there's milking. Right? There's taking time to enjoy your root vegetable, and then and then there's like milking.
How about raw beets?
So I'll eat them. I actually like beets. I actually do enjoy.
Borscht is good.
Warmed.
Yeah.
Borscht is okay. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, Catherine Williams.
I don't like it cold. But it's
Oh
typically supposed to be cold.
yeah. Catherine Williams introduced me to borscht.
So there was this place down in the short north like years and years ago called the Russian Tea Room.
Oh yeah.
And when we were in high school,
Oh, that's a classic Russian dish.
yeah. Well, so when we were in high school, like senior year, we made a trip down to the Russian Tea Room and we had borscht, and I didn't particularly enjoy it. So beets are one vegetable that I actually prefer warmed through. Yeah. Will you stop?
Well, I like it.
Yes, of course you do.
You know, do you have Apple TV?
Yeah, you gave us one.
Well then,
Yeah.
you can do the same thing down at your own house that you're doing here, Carter.
Yeah, but I wouldn't tolerate that. I couldn't put up with
It's
that.
an even bigger screen, I think.
Oh, it's huge. 54 inches.
Oh, it's
man.
54. This is only
It's
40
like a
inches.
giant. Oh,
This
yeah.
is only 40
Yeah.
inches.
Our TV makes your TV look like a
Oh, it's a whim. Yeah. It's a mere bagatelle. Trivial.
tribute. This is a really nice picture, actually. Though this is nice.
I mean, I am so glad I spent this.
Well, it is. Samsung makes such a good product. They really do.
The 511 on it. I really am.
Oh yeah, and that's not a bad price.
Yeah, not at all.
What?
Could I please
Yes, but don't get right in the camera.
Okay, I know that.
But you can tell the YouTubers that. Go ahead, you can get closer if you want. Let them know who you are. Say it.
Hello, all YouTubers out there. I am the one and only Eruptor CK.
Good job.
Please, can you subscribe to my channel?
Like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe.
So
Eruptor CK.
Eruptor CK. You can see his stuff up
there you
there on the corner up there.
Look how young you look, man. It has been a while. We need to do more videos for you.
Yeah, I want to do one in a day or tomorrow.
Apparently, there's one that's gone up that I haven't seen yet.
There's a Minecraft video.
It's not particularly.
You're kind of stylish.
It's not something that your granddad.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I was also enumerating other things. I never watch gaming videos, except yours.
Yes. But that's just because
But that's
your grandson.
That's because your blood.
Your blood.
That's because your blood relative.
Blood is thicker than video.
You're a blood relative.
Blood is thicker than video.
You're the future. So,
yeah, and you're basically the only shot at it too. So don't.
Yeah.
You're the only one we get. So protect your brain.
You have no idea.
And your spine.
You have no idea how often I was thinking that was you.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the one. This is our one shot.
Yeah.
Your mom and I talked about it, but I think that ship has sailed.
What shit?
Having a brother or sister for you, hopefully a brother. Having a brother for you. I think that ship has sailed. Your mom's too old, and we're too poor. And frankly, I don't know that I could put up with your mom being pregnant for another 9 months. Because, that was not a good time.
Actually, your mother wasn't too bad when she was pregnant.
Well,
No.
yeah. Well, Faith didn't have to go off a bunch of meds.
That's true. Yeah.
So
Her allergies improved.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Um,
Mom always said she felt good most of the time she was pregnant.
she looked great.
Yeah.
I mean, they get that glow.
Yeah.
These pregnant women. I'm
Well,
not a fan of
full
women in
hormones
general,
and vitamins.
I mean, pregnant women in general are even the ones that are, in the house trailers, that are about 18,000 pounds overweight. They look really good.
He's gonna do this the entire time.
Oh, I know.
Okay. But there's no stopping.
I know.
It's like a force of nature. Carter, tell your granddad how buried I am in grading. Yeah, massively. Basically, I haven't done any grading for 2 weeks to speak of because I've been so busy with everything else. So I've got like stacks of tests and stuff and quizzes that I have to get through and do. So that's this week.
How did these guys do in the confirmation?
It did surprisingly well, considering this is probably the other than last year.
Yeah.
This is the hardest class I've had in a while, just in terms of work ethic, willingness to work, caring. They turned it around at the end. They participated. The bishop seemed impressed.
I was going to say the bishop seemed happy.
I ducked out like instantaneously afterwards, so I didn't get to stick around for the congratulations or hey, good job, bad job. I just left.
Yeah.
So, but the bishop seemed, pretty happy. He did the questioning whenever the questioning is going well. Will you sit down? He tends to let the questioning go on a while because I think he kind of enjoys it.
Oh, sure.
So kids were putting their hands up and participating.
Well, there you are.
And other than the one kid answering the question about the third commandment wrong,
Let's see. Let's see if I get it right.
the kid that I had specifically told, please don't put your hand up during the questioning.
Well, you guys number them differently than the prots do.
Do we?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Slightly.
Huh.
Well, I think you conflate. You conflate two. You conflate 2 and 3. I think sometimes. Well, no, we conflate 2 and 3. I think sometimes.
3 is keep holy the Sabbath.
Oh! Remember the Sabbath day, keep holy. Okay, sure. Yeah, you've got God. You've got.
Strange gods.
Yeah,
Lord's
no
name in vain.
idols.
Keep holy the Sabbath.
And then
Honor mother and father.
Well, that's the 4th commandment.
Right.
No, that's actually that's 4th commandment.
It's our 4th commandment.
It's 4th commandment. Yeah, and it's the only one of the promise.
Yes, or blessing.
Now, what's a command?
The 10 Commandments,
Yeah,
given to Moses by God on Mount Sinai.
Well, given to us by God via Moses on Mount Sinai.
What's the Lord's name in vain?
That's when you take the Lord's name and use it in a way that it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, that's when
So,
you.
like, oh my
Yes.
Well,
thing.
Yes. And like, how sometimes I slip and say, oh, yes. That's technically bad.
oh, it's very bad.
It's actually very bad.
Yeah, it's very annoying too. I mean, there's some YouTubers who do it all the time.
Like
It's gotten to the point now where because it's gotten to the point now for me where I know because I'm so hyper aware of it that when I watch like a movie or a television program and they say it,
I flinch.
It brings me it completely brings me out
of the
moment
of the story.
and I'm and all right, I get it like once in a while, okay, fine.
There have been maybe 5 or 6 times in the last 20 years I've involuntarily invoked the Prince of Peace.
Yeah. I do it a lot more than I mean to. But every time I do it, I'm like, okay,
And
Lord,
it's generally when I have been suddenly and massively scared about something.
Yeah. It's bad. You don't want to take the Lord's name in vain.
No.
Yeah.
And when I grow up, hopefully, I'll be a good Christian person, a very good Christian.
Well, hopefully you'll start now. Let's not wait till you grow up.
Yeah.
Well, when I get older,
No, like how about right now? It's like right now.
right now.
Yeah, right now.
Well, definitely.
You'll get better at it as you get older.
Oh,
If I don't, that's gonna be bad.
Well, it's
Well,
a journey.
It's a matter of doing the best you can
Yeah.
the whole time.
Exactly. It's a journey. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. I think most of the time you do the right thing. Except for whatever it was that you were watching the other day on the computer when Mom came in the room. We quickly clicked it off. Don't think we don't notice. And now you realize I can go back and look and see whatever it was you were watching too, right?
It wasn't anything I was watching. It was something I was playing on Roblox.
Oh, so you were playing something that was not appropriate.
It was not appropriate. It was sci-fi.
Well, this is the future prosecuting attorney right here.
I should have done this for a living. So, well, it's easy with 8th graders and 7-year-olds.
Right.
It's harder with adults.
We're convening a grand jury here in the kitchen right now.
I tell you right now, if that was a paid job,
Being a grand jury.
I'd do it.
Well, it is. It's $40 a day. Isn't it?
Well, yes.
Well.
$20 a day in Franklin.
Oh, well, come up to Delaware County. It's
$20 a day in Franklin
It's
County, and I
$40.
paid, what was it, $8? I paid $8 a day in parking, so I walked
Oh,
away.
they don't even give you free parking?
No!
Delaware County gives you a free parking pass. You put
I
it on
tell
your, you put it on your dashboard.
I tell you, the boys in Delaware County are doing it right.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes, they
Not in
are.
Franklin County.
We pay the highest to our jurors of any county in the state.
I'm not surprised. That's good.
We treat our people well up here.
There was one lady who, not in my grand jury, but she had just finally taken a break. But she had done it for like 9 months straight. She said, I'm willing to keep on doing this. She was retired.
Yeah.
She's like, I kind of enjoy
Oh, that's
it.
right. They give you the option to stay on.
And she said, I'll keep doing this if you want. And they said, okay. So she did it for 9 months straight. I can't imagine.
Think of all the god-awful stories she
Well,
had to have listened to over that time.
Given the fact that
Human suffering and stupidity and venality and just sheer evil.
Well,
I mean, and she's got to go home and sleep and function. It's like
I think she felt like she was doing her civic duty. I tell you right now, given that I did it for 2 weeks, YouTubers, and had nightmares, and I'm not kidding, nightmares.
Yeah.
And in fact, it takes a lot to shock me. I have a very vivid imagination.
I've seen lots of stuff.
And a generally
but I have a feeling I would be worn down by some of that stuff.
And I have a generally profane mind.
Yeah.
The stuff that I heard.
This isn't like municipal court with just misdemeanor stupidities. I mean,
Pure.
These are deliberate, horrible.
Anybody who denies the existence of evil needs to serve on a grand jury.
Sure. Go into the grand jury.
Because pure evil exists, YouTubers. I kid you not.
Kid you not!
The devil is real.
He's
Yep.
real.
Yep.
He is real.
Yep.
He lives in a place that is not cool.
He could be living all around you.
I don't know what you guys did this Sunday, but this Sunday, our reading this Sunday was Jesus is taken out and tempted.
Well, it was like the Luke 4, and although our guy read the Matthew version, which was in the original 1 year lectionary, which is essentially it's almost word for word the same.
Is it the tempted? He's taken out.
Oh
tempted?
yeah,
Okay.
the temptation of Christ. Yeah.
My favorite part though is where he shows him
All the
kingdoms on the earth all in an instant.
Yeah.
And he says, and it was given to me, and I can give it to whomever I choose.
Yeah.
And I give it to you.
Yeah.
Which there's a lesson right there in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's always one of my favorite readings.
Of course, I immediately thought of Putin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these Soviet satellite countries are given to me.
I don't know that.
No, you'll understand. The Cold War is a fascinating period of time. Perhaps one day you'll learn about it.
I got my first lesson in geopolitics when I was 1957. I was almost 6. It was, I was 5. I got my first, my globe,
Oh, yes.
and there's the Soviet Union.
Yes.
In this big orange thing, and my sister, spun it. She says, and she points this thing. She points it. So
Yeah.
She says, "That's our enemy.
Yeah.
And they're trying to kill her."
Yeah.
And, and they were.
Yeah.
They were, and they were trying.
They're certainly contemplating it.
And
for sure.
and I thought that was probably one of the best. Started my lifelong interest in politics and history.
Oh, yeah.
Right there is this very offhand remark by my sister
That's all right.
on Christmas Day, 1957.
So Carter still has. So Carter has my globe now, from when I was about probably about 8 or 10 when I got it, and it says USSR across the. It's still got Russia or the Soviet Union on there, and the whole bit. Free, not free.
Yep.
Free, not free. You're warm.
I'm not warm.
All right.
I got them out. What think
It's all right. He runs hot anyway. I run hot.
I run cold.
So his cheeks are cool though, so that's fine. When he gets a fever, his face gets hot. So you can tell.
All my face.
All your face. That's how I know when it's time to get the thermometer out is when your cheeks get hot. Like that one day.
Oh yeah. Oh bad.
He's crawling all over me and snuggling up, and I'm like, yeah, this is not like you. What's going on? And I feel his face. I'm like, huh, you're kind of warm. So then I get a thermometer out. It's like, it's 102.5.
Yeah,
Well, no wonder you don't feel good.
Yeah, you emailed me about
Yeah,
that.
I was like, oh, no wonder you don't feel good. Yeah. You were kind of a trooper about it. You didn't say anything. I can feel your scapula. You don't know where your collarbone are? Remember talking about collarbone? I won't squeeze.
Clavicle.
Your clavicle.
Your clavicle.
We were talking about clavicles right there. At the clavicle.
Should we start a subclavian? If I find that 10 gauge.
Yeah, let's do it. Careful.
Stop with the squeezy tickle.
All right.
Where did I put that thing?
Finish the
It
carrot.
really
and
would
then
be
do
useful
some.
to know where it might be in the truck.
Say, where did my 10 gauge needle go?
Well, what I ought to do is just, go to, next time I order from MedVet, just, have them send me a number of these 10 gauge,
No,
5¼ inch angio pads. That way I can, whip in because, you put a 10 gauge catheter in somebody's
Yeah.
trachea, they can get enough air in that, particularly if you have an oxygen source.
Oh, yeah.
Just blow the oxygen down there.
Yeah.
And as long as the top isn't completely obstructed, you can keep them apnically oxygenated for 30 minutes, which should be, given the way the squads work around here, which are really good. I mean,
Oh, yeah. They'd
they're
be
like,
out. They'd be
boom,
out.
they're there, boom, call boom, they're there. I used to freak these guys out in Indiana when I would do apneic oxygenation during these rigid bronchoscopies, but they were used to the, stick it in, pull it out, stick it in, pull it out technique. I said, look, I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you about 30 minutes here. I can give you a good 20 minutes before we need to, Now they may move just a little bit, but I said, it's going to be a nice quiet field for you, and you don't have to keep pulling that scope in. And finally, I worked with an old timer. He said, "Oh shit, we used to do that all the time." I said, "Yeah, I was trained by old timer guys, and that's how they did it. That's how we did it."
Yeah.
He said, "It's nice to run into a young guy who knows how to do that stuff." I said, "Well, you ran into the guy who was trained by the right people."
There you go.
Now, of course, what you don't want to do is you don't want to draw a set of blood gases right after the end of that thing. You want to ventilate it, because if you draw a set of blood gases at the end of that thing, it's terrifying.
Right.
And you wouldn't want to do it on somebody who was end stage, near death.
Right. Or like Faith.
Well, your mother's very interesting. She's got so many multiple lung physiology problems. Air trapping being her most prominent. You know, I mean,
Go sit down.
were it not for the air traffic, she'd actually had pretty decent lung function. But what her limitation on her lung function is she is compensating for the fact she traps air, so she always has to do slow, deliberate exhalation.
Right.
And
Sit down, please.
because otherwise, then she she traps air, and when she traps air, then
Stop doing that.
that makes it unable for her to effectively ventilate the stuff
Right.
that she can ventilate.
Right.
And and if you run a conventional set of numbers on her on pulmonary function tests, people don't understand that
Yeah.
because they haven't taken the time to watch her breathe. They haven't had to ventilate people like her, handbag them during an operation like I've done, where you learn how, I've got to keep my hand on this and I can't just let them exhale on her.
Right. Right.
I've got to split them open at all times.
Yeah.
And that's what she does when she does that.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah. But that's what keeps her alive.
Well, they thank goodness when they did that hip replacement on her, somebody
They
had,
just did spinal.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad somebody had the presence of mind.
Well, that's she's one of the people that one of the few people you really say really ideally you should always have something done in the region if possible.
Right.
If possible.
Homework time. Let's go. Finish chewing.
Going to take that bag?
No.
Yeah.
We're
Very. Must
bourgeois.
must be rolling in it
Yeah,
now.
rolling.
You're rolling in it now.
Well, the only reason I tell you, the reason we don't save
I'm
bags.
just fucking.
No, but I do tend to do that. But the reason we don't is because if it was just me living in my house, yeah, it'd be no problem. And I used to do that all the time.
I've actually got a gallon bag in the refrigerator that I didn't want to get moldy, so I just stuck it.
There you go. Well, the problem is that my wife has a different sort of
Yes.
regime. So we quickly forget
Which basically means
what
means you have a different regime.
Right. So we quickly forget what was in what bag. But she gives it the college try though. All right, what are we doing here?
It's like some guy was talking about being, it's like that great line from Pulp Fiction. Some guy was talking about, so and so, my partner's a vegetarian.
Which pretty much my girlfriend's a
Which
vegetarian.
pretty much
Which
makes
pretty
it-
much make me a vegetarian.
Just like that line in Pulp Fiction.
Complete that. Complete this, and then I will let you go. I will. You're done. I will let you off the hook once you finish that. Okay? And then you can do your book in the bag later. Scooch in here.
You want to put the green cushion under your behind there, Carter? Sit up higher.
You want to sit up higher?
Here, get thing on my chair.
The green cushion?
Yeah.
Yeah, green.
Yeah, I always thought I could certainly get these chairs to get up higher, and I can't. They're only designed to go this high, which surprises me no end.
How did you get and print those two pictures of?
You mean this one, Dad? Green cushion?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's did screenshots, and then with preview, and then I printed it off out of the preview file.
Sit up a little higher. There you go. Get your butt back. There you go. I'll scoot you in.
I used to just immediately do that every morning, but I've gotten lazy about doing that.
What?
Using recursion.
Oh.
You never used.
All right, I'm going to take a whiz. You get to work. I'll be back.
Oh, can you get that pencil for me, please?
So, last night, YouTubers, I guess maybe I haven't told you this. I'll tell you now. I had the Skype session with Tony Pincham, and then Tony BZ from Seattle chimed in, and so we went at it sort of hammer and tongs there for about 2.5 hours. And I did some screen recordings of our conversation, which I'm not going to put up.
I have a question.
Yes.
using to do this with your computer?
This is quick. I'm using it with QuickTime Player. Yeah, see QuickTime Player up here. You can see the app up in the top part of the thing.
Because most of what Dad wanted to use to help me make my videos with. Like it just like zooms in of what you're doing and then.
Well, I mean, it depends. I often use my my Canon camera. You know, my little video camera that you've seen me use before.
Does it let you like just like go into the options on QuickTime Player and like show you like the apps and stuff and then a user scroller?
Well, there's only one app. I mean, that's the the application is QuickTime Player, and
But how do you get like the photos and all?
let's see here. Let's see. Well, you go. You've got File, Edit, View, Window, and Help. Well, see, then you've got like here it tells you the new screen recording and how to, and that's the export is after you want to save stuff, and then the edit is how I use it to put stuff together. You can put you can add clips to the end of something that you want to save, and then you can export the whole thing back into your hard drive. And in the hard drive, of course, you get, let's see here. I'm trying to find something that perhaps not going to be completely inappropriate, but like well, for example, here's that was last night with Tony Pinchon. It's like a minute and a half.
Well, you can go, yes, but you can't get all that much up. Well, of course, that chimed in very well with today's thing with Jesus, fasting and wilderness. Yeah.
Poor Paul.
Yeah, see, so that's the clip there, Carter. That then I can take that and I can add it to another video if I want. Yeah.
So Carter and I'll have to look, Carter. I don't know where it went. I know I downloaded it.
Maybe it's QuickTime Player, the one.
No. I downloaded this thing for Carter onto Kelly's computer.
I've also got QuickTime Player 7, which was the earlier version,
Right.
in 480.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't use anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I downloaded this thing for Carter that would allow him to, so that the camera on the laptop, the camera on the laptop would photograph him, but then he could also record, so he could record what was going on the screen, and then a little picture-in-picture of him, for the gamers do this.
Yeah.
So I downloaded this free, but I don't know where it went on your mom's computer. God only knows.
Well, no, there are a number. I mean, of course, I'm.
Well, you could ask.
I doubt seriously I would be able to edit worth a dag on stuff.
It's actually remarkably easy once you kind of get the sense of it. But
if I were ever to be able to do it, I'd have to have somebody to sit down and write side by side me and walk me through it because I've given this a shot.
Yeah.
I've given this a shot. I can't figure it out. I have iMovie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't figure it out.
Well, maybe some Saturday here, I can pop out and we can play around with it. And I can kind of watch it through.
It'd be useful to know. I'm never going to be one of these guys that adds effects and
stuff like that. Right. Well, that's not your thing.
That's not.
Come on, bub. Let's go. Answer the questions about the book. Do you need to reread the book?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's been like a week.
All right. Well, go ahead and reread the book then. It's a good book. So he's a trooper, though. So the day he went back to school, so he was out 5 days.
I know. I mean, I was thinking that. I mean,
so
I remember the times I had measles.
Yeah.
I thought 2 weeks.
Not counting the
10 days.
He went back in Wednesday. Made it through about a half an hour of morning mass on Wednesday, and he was coughing so much So Kelly freaked out, took him back to the pediatrician. Well, the pediatrician said, well, he's having bronchospasm because of the cold air, and he still was getting over this thing.
Yeah.
So we just kept him home the rest of the next 2 days, and he's still kind of running a low grade, not really a fever, but like 99.8. Not really.
Well, it's a chronic inflammation process, and so chronic inflammation gives you low grade. Some degree of elevated temperature in most people, not all, but most. Not so much with me.
So 5 days. So he comes home. He goes back to school the next Monday. Comes home, and Mrs. Allen sends home in his homework folder and I was like, really, guys, for a first grader, we're really going to make this first grader.
We're going to argue before the Supreme Court tomorrow, so be prepared.
Yeah, and I'm like, really, guys, you're going to make my first grader do all of this.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, all right. But God bless him. He sat down and he cranked out six pages of math and some spelling and boom, boom, boom in one sitting. It's like
Good.
a major feat, but we got it done.
Good.
So this, being a piece of classwork, not actual homework, has been kind of floating around now for now a whole additional week. So we're putting this together.
Well, it's like going to be when I did. I got thinking about it's going to take. Well, I can easily print. I always like to print off one set of forms and then download all the instructions. I can do that before I even get to
For your
actual.
CME?
No, for the taxes.
Oh, the tag, yeah.
Because I have to wait till I get the final statement from this one investment I've got.
Is this Spanish?
Yes. Be this the Spanish Main. It's a pirate, right? Arr, be this the Spanish Main? Right? That's what he's asking.
Arr.
Arr. It doesn't say arg there,
No,
but I was throwing that in. Arr. Be this the Spanish Main. He's talking like a pirate.
There was some guy today that had one of these videos up. And in the background, you could. It's like he had a bird like Mike Hill had.
Oh, you can hear that, yeah.
The bird was mouthing off the whole time.
Oh, just talking?
Just
Yeah.
talking.
That's hilarious. I don't want to offend anybody, YouTubers, but there's a certain kind of person that owns birds.
Yes, sir. Yes, that's correct.
And they're kind of in the same. I put them in the same category of people who own snakes.
Yes.
Or
yes. Not quite as bad.
Not
as
quite,
snakes,
but just kind of
Oh! I seem to remember, guys, when Thomas was going with a young woman that cultivated snakes.
Yes.
And
She owned a snake.
She owned several snakes, as I recall, in glass-walled boxes all around her house. Pardon?
Just one.
Well, we can agree to disagree on that one. But I'll tell you, I was over there one day. I don't know what for. What was I over there? I had to do with a washing machine of some sort, didn't it? I don't know.
I must have blocked that out.
In any case, I had some rather pithy comments about mentalities of people that own snakes. Well, and other more, how shall we say, egregious creatures, which he also had. And I was given a lot of flack from this one.
Egregious creatures.
Well, just we don't need to get up. We don't want to talk about the specifics of it because I don't want to have that word mentioned in the house. But now, see, isn't it interesting how
I think there's a little creative memory
eventually, truth wins out. The truth shall make you free.
I think there's some creative memory going on. There was never one of those.
No.
I shan't say the word.
Yeah. Good. Good.
That was a dark period of my life Dark,
It's,
dark times.
well, you know, yeah.
So weird, so weird. That was the same. You
Is
know,
your water heater still boarded up in a completely inaccessible area? When
oh, I'm sure it is now. Of course, she's long since moved out of
you
that
moved out
house.
of that
Oh,
house,
yeah,
but
yeah,
I bet the new owner loved that feature.
yeah, that was weird. That was a whole weird. The whole time was weird.
But she had my lawnmower for a while. Or I'd lent it to her or something. I didn't care. I don't think I got it back. I didn't
No,
care.
so that was the one that we could. You'd said I can't get it started anymore.
Right,
You could
right.
have
You
it.
can have, all right.
And I had gotten. I actually got the thing to start
Yeah.
like one other time.
Yeah.
And then I never got the thing to start again. I think it was just basically just done. Like,
Well,
you know.
well, it was your standard $105 Kmart mower. You know, you get 2 seasons of use out of it. And
Well, you know,
when I
having,
use those things, I beat the hell out of
having
it. So-
said that, I bought my standard, well, the Lowe's version, but it's a standard Briggs and Stratton
Yeah,
engine.
yeah.
I bought that when we bought this house. So,
Some people have remarkably good luck with them.
but I change the oil every other
Well,
year.
I did too.
And I changed the blade.
I change the oil every year.
Still on the same spark plug.
I change the plug. I mean, I take care of these things, but it was just like sometimes machines hate you.
You seem to have kind of a bad.
I have a
Bad-
love-hate relationship
Yeah,
with
I think
mechanical
they
devices.
sense your
Yes,
aura.
they do. Yes, they do.
They
Hey, what does make them work though is if you swear long and hard
Right.
and mightily at them.
right.
You have to terrify these sons
It's
of
like
bitches.
that. It's like that scene in what's that movie, Armageddon, where the Russian guy, the space shuttle's not working. The Russian guy just takes a wrench and just starts swearing and beating it, and it starts to work at the last minute. And he's like, "See, now we go home." Yeah, Armageddon.
The Russians have a very basic approach to machining. Well, it's like the space pens. We spend $1 million developing a space pen that can write upside down
Right.
and in zero gravity.
They just don't write upside down.
They just use a pencil.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, which by the way, YouTubers, I learned this on WOSU. Pencil, like if you're into archiving stuff,
Yeah.
pencil
Lasts
lasts
longer than ink.
than your standard ballpoint
Well,
ink.
when you can see that in some of the documents now from the Civil War, the guys that kept diaries in pencil, you can read there.
They're much more legible.
The guys that were doing it with like a pen and ink
right.
thing, all that's almost
That
nearly
ink is
faded
almost
into.
completely
You
faded,
have to almost read
right.
that under infrared or ultraviolet.
The only ink that seems to last reasonably well is, I guess, what we would call now like the India ink, the India ink.
India ink, yes.
But a lot of those cheap inks that these
Oh,
poor
no, right.
Union soldiers or whatever had.
Well, they were basically made out of like beef
Whatever.
blood.
Yeah, whatever they could. Right.
That kind of, mashed up sheep's heads.
My, what a nice shade of ink. Where did that come from? Oh, it's a mashed up sheep's head.
Like, this is called blue mutton.
That's something that I would never have been able to do when I was his age. Without direct intervention, sort of.
Oh, wait a minute, I'm having a flashback to my life.
I'm subtly but surely
I
trying
see
to.
so much of me in you.
Oh yeah. Well, subtly I'm trying to introduce more of this, but under the radar, so like it doesn't realize it's happening. But more of this, and less of that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I waited until I was 60 to do this.
Well, it's a different world,
Yeah,
and there's a skill set there that he does absolutely have to.
Oh, you have to have, yeah. I didn't have to have it.
Especially when you appreciate that there's going to be things that he's going to need to be able to interact with
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
can't even
right.
imagine
Yeah.
yet.
Oh yeah. No. I mean, I'm not at all griping about that at all. I think it's wonderful. And,
So there's a certain amount of give and trade there, and I think a lot of it depends on kind of what the content is and things like that. So,
I got to tell you this story. It's not a big story. It's not a big story.
is it an anecdote?
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've
It
never
may
appreciated
not even fall into that.
Okay.
I mean,
Cool.
so our tool was giving the sermon.
Our tool.
Our interim tool was giving the sermon, and he was talking about temptations. That's fine. It's, it's at least the man does preach on the gospel. I mean, the man does stay on topic and rarely mentions any popular culture stuff. You know.
You mentioned that in your video.
Yeah. No, but he said, and of course, you know how I tend to run internal comments in my head, or sometimes even
Oh yeah.
mouth them silently, or maybe sometimes not so
That's
silently.
silently.
Which sometimes I find myself saying,
Did I just say that out loud?
Yeah. And I just, some people are hearing you.
Yeah.
But he says, now, pornography is a temptation for a lot of people. And I think, yeah, it's a lot of fun too. And he says, now, I've never looked at a single porn site. And I almost stuck my hand up and said, yeah, you'd get along with the rest of us a lot better if you have that. But I didn't. Yes. A U.S. naval officer, a sailor, never looking at a porn site. Give me a break.
Maybe he's never had to because he's been used to the real thing.
Yeah, he's
when you roll into the Philippines there,
Subic Bay.
Subic Bay, He's never had to.
Yeah. Oh, he should have had. Yeah, because I never needed to.
Yeah, in the
all my needs were fulfilled, just offshore.
Yeah, just offshore.
Come on, give me a fucking break.
Oh gosh, that's hilarious.
Don't blow that kind of smoke around fundaments here.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I was thinking, I've seen your wife. You better start looking at porn sites.
Now, Dad.
I don't know. Maybe she's just a hot.
Now, Dad. Let's not put everything on the YouTube there. Some things are best left,
to imagination.
Not publicly expressed on the YouTubes. Let's not start talking about the interim tool's wife.
No, she seems very reasonable. She joined. She wanted me to send her own email for the Partners in Prayer, which I gladly did.
Her own
Well, as opposed to his email, which interestingly he wasn't getting it, and it hit me, from what he was saying that he hadn't been getting it, even though he was in the group. And so what I did is I went to my contacts program. Oh, by the way, Apple, get your contacts program to work a lot better than what it does do. And I just deleted him from my contact list, and then I re-entered him. But I re-entered him into the larger group first, as opposed to the Partners in Prayer group first.
Yeah.
I did the last time.
Yeah.
And now he's getting, when I shotgun the group.
Maybe that's why he was kind of questioning you originally about this prayer card. Maybe he just thought you weren't doing it.
Well, no, I sent him that when I sent him the email that I said, welcome to St. Peter's. I thought I'll introduce myself. That was long before this. And now if you send him an email, he gets the email.
PDB.
But you know, and now he'll get the group stuff.
Did you get into a fist fight?
What did you do? You fell and hit something?
I was cleaning snow off my shoes.
Oh, that's
that
right.
day, snow.
Yeah.
I didn't balance myself on the table. I fell and hit the corner of the table behind the desk phone.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It looks like tell people you were in a bar fight. It's a better story. I was oh no, even just say you were in a brawl. No one uses that word anymore.
Yeah, brawl is
No,
an
Super
unusual word.
Smash Bros.
So greatest line, no, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Okay. So remember that movie you weren't supposed to watch, but I know you were listening to Dazed and Confused. Have you ever watched Dazed and Confused?
Yeah.
So it's like after the kid gets in the fight with the hood, and they're in the car on the way home. He's like, "You're right. No one ever just talks about who wins or loses. They just say, oh, there was a brawl. They were in a brawl. You know, there you go. Just tell people you were in a brawl, Paul.
I was in a Super Smash Bros.
The ice story is good, but just say, I was in a brawl.
I used to.
Yes, I saw that you left your name tag there, Paul, today.
Yeah, man. How do people know who you were? Hello, my name is Paul. Look at that.
Is that now the new name tags?
Yeah.
Or was that just an emergency name tag?
No.
Oh, that's
You
now
were-
the new official emergency,
Right.
the new official
Oh, Lord.
Hampton tag.
Whose idea was that? Tell him
DD
no.
ordered name tags, and this is what they said.
Tell Dee Dee no. Say no, Dee Dee.
I am a bit surprised. Now this one obviously is a little worse for wear.
Well, it's been around a while.
Well, but I would think
I like
Yeah.
what I like about it is it's magnetized.
Yes, I
It's
do
great.
like. Yeah, rather than these damn pins.
So when I was at Micro Center,
I refuse to poke
No.
stuff in my clothes.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I was at Micro Center, what I liked about Micro Center is, for the guys anyway, it worked out great.
Yeah.
Because you had a choice between the pin kind
Yeah.
or, because the guys had to wear dress shirts, the kind that has, I actually haven't seen these since I worked there. But it was like a clip, so it just went down into your shirt pocket.
Yeah.
It just sat on your
Yeah,
shirt
I don't.
pocket.
I will not. I will not wear things, name tags that poke holes in my clothes.
Oh, no.
I will not do that. I will not.
Well, we have to do things that we don't want to do sometimes. You're almost done reading the story.
I'm not. There's 5 pages left.
almost done. You did a good job.
Well, maybe there's like 5 or 2 pages left.
You're doing a good job.
What?
You're doing a good job. I want you to finish that. Please. Because once you're done reading the story, you can just write down some stuff.
I don't want to write down your stuff.
I know you don't want to. I know you don't. But just get it done, and I won't make you do it anymore. You want help? Climb it up. He's gone. What are you looking at? Was it a snake bug? He's gone.
No, he's a mini bot.
Oh.
And now he's in there.
That's not going to hurt anything. Just sit down. It's not going to hurt anything. Good Lord, man.
And he's on his back.
Just, Carter, do your homework.
A little natty thing.
Yeah, it's just a gnat. It's fine. There, now you bush.
I haven't
Do your
seen
homework.
them for a couple of days.
Sit down. Come here. Sit down, please. Finish your homework. Thank you. Ugh, you're fine. You're doing a great job. Just finish it and get it over with, please. Okay? Okay. What's going on, man? Paul, so can you see out of that eye okay?
Yeah.
You poor guy. Man,
That's a lot better than it did.
when did this happen?
Yeah, it does. It looks like yesterday. It looked like he.
Oh, yesterday?
Yeah, it was
This happened
awful.
yesterday? Oh, my
Saturday.
gosh. Oh, Saturday. What's today? Today's Monday. So, okay.
Yeah, no. Yesterday he looked really bad. The thing was, I didn't notice until way later in the day.
I think it was last night when Tony and they were asking what the fuck happened.
Well, I had noticed it about an hour before that. Yeah.
All right. So go ahead. Don't forget your name right there. Do a good job. Don't rush. Capital C. It's a capital C.
I like to use concealed strip. You know, everything capitals with the capital, a larger capital.
That's how I write on the board
That's how
when I teach.
That's how I write in my notebooks and everything.
When I write on the board when I teach, I either use just regular cursive or I'll just do all caps.
My cursive stinks, as you know, and
It would be an archivist's challenge, a historian's challenge to.
I will show you some. I show you some of my.
Oh, I've seen your journals when you
like my history notebooks,
Yeah,
like from lectures.
yeah, you've shown me.
I've shown you. Yeah.
Yeah. Just very rapid. Paul, you want your seat, man? You want me to move?
Oh, you can sit in the chair.
Laptop.
Just we can move that iPad. That's our backup entertainment device.
Backup. Emergency.
If I just like last resort,
Thank you.
had to be done. So I noticed, PDB, that you had some Budweiser going on in here earlier. Was that because are you still having trouble finding Strohs?
Somebody can get
From
out
time to
there,
time?
but they don't have it.
Oh. I wonder where this comes from. If it's coming from, I wonder where, because I know it's contract brewed. What was her name? Nicole something. Nicole something. When I lived in the dorms at Ohio State as a freshman, she was a sophomore, but she was an old soul. I think she might have actually been literally older than a standard sophomore, but she would sneak in or buy or just bring in. But she was the only person I've ever met other than you, or you at the time, that drank Strohs.
Yeah.
I mean, like, in my life.
Yeah.
And so she
That's
would
not
bring
a popular
in.
beer.
She would bring in. But that was her beer.
It
So
used to be very good.
every Thursday,
I've asked about it over Myers, and then they said, never heard
some of
of
them
it.
don't. Yeah. So every Thursday, she'd roll in about 5 o'clock with a fresh 12-pack of Strohs, because that was when the Star Trek: The Next Generation was still on. And so then we would all go on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock. We would all go next door. She was next door, and sit in her room and watch her drink her Strohs, which she never shared, and watch Star Trek: The Next Generation. And about
It's raining.
which is supposed to turn to freezing rain, and then blah blah blah.
That's what it was this morning.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, right.
she'd never share. Like once in a while, you'd get her to you'd like be allowed to have one, but otherwise she'd sit there and she'd drink like 8 of these Strohs for Star Trek: Next Generation. That was her Thursday night thing. And then once in a while, if we'd gotten Brad Dealman, the trader from across the hall, he'd go and buy
That's
us
a
like
name
a
from the
12-pack.
past. I had heard.
Yeah,
Right.
he'd go and buy us like a 12-pack of Natty Light, because that's all we could afford.
Natty Light.
Natural Light.
Oh, dear God Almighty! Now that's not using the Lord's name in vain. That's actually an exclamation of have mercy.
When one is 18 years old and not supposed to be drinking in the dorms to begin with, one does what one has to do.
Oh no! And doing what one has to do never extends to something like natural light.
Well, my standards were lower at the time.
Well,
fully
I
admit.
guess so.
Somebody
That's
brought
embarrassing.
that
That's embarrassing to hear that.
when we used to get together with them.
Not that you're drinking in the doors, but that you're drinking natural light.
That's why I moved out.
We're
of
having
the
a party over,
big mistake.
but somebody brought it. Nobody touched it.
What?
Natural light.
Well,
That
no one
beer-
drinks it now.
No. That beer, it followed around. When we'd go to different houses and hang out and stuff,
Yeah.
Sort of like regifting.
bam,
Yeah.
it shows up, and nobody would
Well,
touch it. So
You know,
the next
one does what one has
time,
to
next
do.
place, that beer went.
You guys have to appreciate that this was before good beer was even really obtainable.
Well, that's true. That's true. Unless you
I-
were going to like a really specialty store, like,
Right.
you know, like that joint on High Street there, what Pace
Pace High.
Pace and High.
But even then, the Pace High carryout, the best you could do when I was in school. So what, 90,
Well,
93,
92,
94, 95,
96,
96.
Yeah.
The best you could do was, well, Sam Adams was okay if they had it.
But that was relatively widely available. You know, I would
Not as much
Well,
back then. It was.
I would bring Sam Adams home from Boston when I went to the
Right.
Harvard meetings up there.
Yeah.
Because it was only available in the
Yeah.
Boston area.
The best we could do was, so Sam Adams if they had it. Oh, Heineken. Which was different back then. It was still okay.
No, it was real Heineken. It's
Yeah.
not this. Which actually, this stuff now is actually very drinkable.
They had this
Not
McKeeson.
great, but-
They had this McKeeson Triple X stout, which by the way is available now, but is not the same.
Well,
it was
like
sweet stout, is what
well,
they called
it was like
it.
export.
It was so good, but
Yeah.
so hard to find,
Yeah.
and that wasn't all the time.
But I didn't. It was too sweet.
And you couldn't get regular Guinness in the States at that point. The only Guinness you could get was the stuff that they called Guinness Extra Stout,
yeah.
which was like drinking tar.
Yeah, yeah. No, well,
it
it's
was
like the
terrible.
IPAs that have these ultra high alcohol contents. I mean, it's like, why do they overdo
Oh, yeah.
a good idea? You know?
Okay, what's the deal here? So, what does this say? Let me catch up. Move your hand. How did Jeremy feel about being a pirate at the beginning of the story?
Hurt!
How did his opinion, listen,
I'm
how did his
sorry.
opinion change at the end of the story? Why did he change his mind? So, did Jeremy like or dislike being a pirate at the beginning of the story? What'd you write? Jeremy was building a CN. Okay, that's not what they're asking. Yeah, but that's not what the question is. Let's erase. I can see why you're stuck. You're making more work for yourself. You're just making it harder.
Yeah, it comes and goes. You know, sometimes my teeth decide they're just going to move around a while. Sometimes.
What did I
At the beginning of the story, did Jeremy like being a pirate or not?
As far as I can tell, they were just wandering around the tunnels, as near as I could see. I mean, occasionally you'd see somebody go into the tunnels, you'd see them wander out. Yeah.
Okay, good. So just write Jeremy was scared to be a pirate.
Yeah, the icy mist, I guess.
Well, yeah,
Or
the icy
whatever
fang
you-
and
however
Charlie's
you want to say
chiding.
it. All right.
When it win, when it bites.
That's
Like,
all you
the
gotta
truck was
ask.
in the barn, I got in
Or
there,
answer is just
turned
how,
on the windshield wipers, you know,
how did he feel about being a pirate in the beginning?
swipe the fog off with. It was ice.
So Jeremy was scared of being a pirate, and then if you want to give evidence, which is great, say
No, not
because
real.
he was scared of the ship or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Well, if you're going to give evidence, give evidence. If not, just answer the question. It doesn't specifically say to give evidence. If you were an 8th grader, I would say give evidence.
I've been going out of here this morning.
Go ahead. Jeremy was scared to be a pirate. Jeremy the pirate. Arr, I'm
Arr.
Jeremy, the girly pirate.
The girly
Arr. I'm Jody.
Jody.
Jody the girly
Yes.
pirate.
Well, you know, I haven't set foot outside today at all. Well, that's not true. I did stick my head out and put down cat litter for
That's
you.
true. There was
For
some
you
cat
guys.
litter out there. So cool. Jeremy was scared to be a pirate. Don't bother giving evidence if you don't want to. At this point, I'm just glad
A simple assertion will do. Oh, sort of like the level of political debate nowadays.
Yeah. I'm just gonna make something up and
I like-
say it.
I like. You know, one of my favorite Trump things is like, you know, I have a big brain. Some people say a very, very, very big brain. And then the other day he said, I have a beautiful big brain.
Donald Trump.
That guy is stuck on himself.
Donald Trump is the reason why. Donald Trump is the reason why the Electoral College was originally created.
Exactly. Very good. Thank you.
Because
Thank you very much.
Because the fact that he's lasted this long and gotten this far proves that some people just shouldn't be voting for president.
Thank God for the federal system. None of this unitary government shit like they have in England, where they have elected dictators. You know, at least over here, well, we have a chance to thwart a son of a bitch.
I need
We'll go pee.
which one should I do?
That one over there.
Yeah, I cleaned the one up.
Just
I
put
cleaned,
this.
I cleaned
yeah.
the north one out for you.
Yeah. Just don't miss the bowl.
Right? It wouldn't really matter.
Wouldn't make much of a difference.
Wouldn't really make that much.
No one would notice.
Well, nah. Those of us who are passive aggressive would notice, but perhaps we wouldn't say anything. Except, you know, if we have a chance to use this as a weapon, maybe.
Every single time. I think you remember where the light switch is.
It's the one closest to the door. It's the one closest to the door.
I cleaned the men's room this morning. This little
I
kid,
bet that was.
calling Carter, came
All
in.
right. Well, I'll leave the door
He
open.
says, "Sorry, sir." He says, "I got sick." And I threw it back. That's all right. I'll get it. That kid had puked all over the floor and all over.
Oh, so
the
he was a
toilet.
traveling puker. He wasn't just like stayed in one spot and puke.
Oh, I hate it. I hate it.
No,
When
he was a
well, they get freaked out. It's
He
like when you
barked
shoot the
all
deer
over-
and you don't kill them
He
right away.
barked all over the
run
floor,
away.
and then he got to the toilet, and he had to do it again.
Yeah.
So
oh, yeah.
he blasted that toilet. It was all over his head. And I
I
thought,
hate
shit, dude.
That's like the reading.
Don't drink orange juice with eggs if you can't
That's-
handle it.
It's like the reading from Deuteronomy this Sunday. A wandering Aramean was my ancestor. And I always loved that. I always loved that phrase. You know,
An alien in
a
the land.
wandering Aramean. I always thought that was
An
such a
alien.
great line. Deuteronomy 26.
Yeah, that's the same reading. Yeah, that's ours.
Oh yeah, I know. It's revised common lecture. Oh, I always thought that wandering Aramean was my It's a great phrase.
It is. It is. I'm just thinking about the confirmation. The kid read it fairly well. So
Oh, so that's right. You had the kids read the
Yeah.
the stuff.
yeah, I was told that I had to let one of the parish school of religion kids do a reading this year, which I had managed to get
The parish what?
parish school of religion, so Sunday school kids.
Oh,
So
rather-
there's like
rather than
8
confirmation
Sunday
class-
school
rather than the
kids.
confirmation class.
Well, the Sunday school kids get confirmed. They do their confirmation prep during Sunday school,
Oh, it's
and
per-
then we do it at
oh,
school.
and you're talking about.
But then they all
oh,
get
I
confirmed
see.
at the same time.
Okay, so you're not necessarily in charge of the Sunday school prep.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And so what I've been able to do in the past is weed out these Sunday school kids.
Yeah.
Because you'd get these half-wit, marijuana addicted retards
Yeah.
up there
Yeah.
that would be unable to read, and
Yeah.
so like you'd sit there in front of the bishop, and they'd be like,
Yeah.
So what we were able to do is just kind of like I basically just subtly said,
Actually, that guy with his only one leg, they should have offered him a dude. Maybe
There
he
you
would
go,
feel
yeah.
better.
Anyway, this kid did a good job.
Well, with his mustache, he kind of looks like a doper.
Jeremy was scared to be a pirate. Don't rush.
Things have a mustache.
No, the bishop
That's
really did. I don't know.
Oh.
Does Bishop Campbell still have a mustache?
Yes. I know you don't.
Still only has one leg.
We have to do things. We have to do. Well, I mean, he has an artificial thing, but
Oh.
we have to do things that we don't want to do sometimes, like homework.
How many hangers on, followed him in, with his entourage? Did y'all sing da, 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 da. I love it's one of my favorite, da, 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 da,
Holy God, we praise
Praise
Thy
your
name.
name.
Yeah,
da,
we did.
da,
I was
da,
allowed to keep that.
da, 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 holy, holy, holy Lord.
Yeah, I love that.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
Oh,
Of course,
yeah.
the new music guy wanted to get rid of it, but
Why?
I was
What do you
able
want to? What do you want to do? Some sort of rap number?
I don't want to get into it on
What?
camera.
What?
I will get.
Like Holy Ghost,
I get almost.
come here, Holy Ghost, man.
I almost
We're
go.
We're
I almost
coming.
black out. But
We want
yes,
you to come
I was
for us.
allowed to keep 2 hymns.
dun 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 dun. I'm sorry. So which one? That one and what's the other one?
I was allowed to keep "Come Holy Ghost" at the beginning.
Yeah.
Come Holy Ghost.
Oh, that's the thing. I'm trying.
Creator blessed. That one, and
Yeah,
then
that's
at the end,
I find that relatively hard to sing.
and then at the end, Holy God, we
Oh
praise.
well, that other one is sublime.
God,
Oh,
we
we praise thy name.
Yeah.
So
So, how did he feel at the end about being a pirate?
I'm finding the
Okay.
I probably got that. We could sing it
How-
together. I probably got that in my hymn book.
How did his opinion change at the end of the story?
It's called Venite Creator Spiritus.
Jeremy was scared to be a pirate. End of the
Was it
story.
cre-
Was he happy about being a
Venite
pirate?
Spiritus Creator.
Did he
Wait a
like
minute,
being a
Venite Creator.
At the end,
Love it.
he didn't like it anymore. He liked it in the middle.
He was scared. He liked it in the middle, and at the end, he did not like it.
Yeah, in the middle, he started. He like this happened. The storm broke into like, and
I thought he
nobody
had a
was
credit
like
card.
telling him.
This
So I guess he
black.
was nervous or anything. Like,
Out front.
Jeremy was
Oh.
nervous when the storm broke.
So at the end of the pirate, did he still want to be a pirate?
No,
So
he
say
didn't.
he didn't want to be a pirate anymore. That's it. That's all you got.
It's very much almost like the the intellectual and emotional thing these ISIS
No,
dudes make.
Yeah.
one more question, and then-
What events happened to make Jeremy's opinion change? And that's where you're going to write about the storm, right?
You could
It's not
almost
that
see.
hard.
You
You're
could
just
almost.
you're just being lazy.
You could almost see a comic book or a
You
book
want to
like
do it at
this
home?
coming out
You're going to do it when we get home.
for ISIS land, dude.
Are you going to fuss and
Like-
cry tonight?
Like
Not being
like
a pirate.
Ahmed wanted to go be an ISIS dude,
Take a break.
and then when he got there,
Put this in your backpack.
Changed
He-
his
he
mind.
decided he was having very mixed feelings about this.
But it
But it
turns out it's too late
Yeah,
because
it might
you're
have
in
been-
ISIS now,
it
buddy.
might have been too late, and so he had a dilemma. He had a problem.
Kind of like,
you know.
oops, you're in the Marines now.
Yeah, he needed to figure out a way to get out of ISIS land and have a happy ending to this very wonderfully illustrated book. Rather than up in a gibbet over the Thames River rotting for a week or 2 or 3. After being hung by the Admiralty Court,
Gibbet.
And I exhibit.
hung in chains
Stop.
for all to see,
Stop. I'm not going to sit here and watch you just screw in.
to rot into.
Stop.
I would try to find that. We could sing that.
Oh,
Yeah, we can sing it.
God. Well, I don't know that I want to do like an online number.
Why
right
not?
Now, but, well, because
What? You have a better voice than you realize.
well, I it's passable. But yeah, so I was allowed to
break one side of your face. It gets a lot better fast.
I was allowed to
Excuse me.
keep my songs. What?
Good.
Could I please see if the iPad's okay to use now?
Yes.
It's
right over here.
The,
Right over here.
Look.
On that chair.
Yeah, walk around the other way.
Walk around the other way.
Yeah, go around the other way. Well, it's easier. That way you're less likely to mess up yourself and mess up things that I don't want to mess up. Sit in the chair there.
You can sit over there. If you
How
want.
is it 2%?
It's not 2%. It's 2%. What's going on there?
Oh, is it not charging?
Did it get unplugged somehow?
No. I don't think it got unplugged.
About 2%. Well, you can sit here and use it while it's plugged in.
Yeah.
It was
we know it's
plugged in
plugged in.
when I came over there, so.
Well, it's still plugged in. It still works.
It's possible that it's just not charging anymore. So,
Well, give it a shot. See what happens. That's all you can do.
maybe it's just not getting any juice.
Is the plug not
I don't
full
know.
of
It's possible.
Do I need headphones if I do what I want to do?
Well, we didn't bring headphones.
I've got headphones. You do.
Because the thing I want to do might interrupt the camera.
I got a headphone for you.
Now, so it doesn't think it's plugged in. Is
Well,
it?
plug it in and see what happens. Do your own juice try.
There we go.
Can you switch that chair around with something or anything? Instead of a wooden chair,
What are you talking about now?
I would like to sit in something more comfortable than just
Well, you can sit in this
Well, bring it
chair.
over here. Here, have a.
At least the table. You can
There you
sit in your where you were.
Or sit where you were.
Where's your?
You gotta leave it plugged in because it's not charging.
Where's the? Where's the earphone thing? Or, should take this.
Oh yeah, right there.
Well, I'll let you do that. You're gonna mess it up. I want you to mess it up.
That's all right. These things seem better days. Here, sit. Now leave it plugged in because otherwise it's going to die. And for some reason, maybe it doesn't realize it's plugged in. I don't know. There's power flowing to this, right? Yeah, so we're good.
Holy God. Gotta run around on the other side here for a moment.
2% remain. Ryder, you're starting to get on my nerves. Stop arguing with me.
Look at that thing you got for a couple
I'm
bucks.
gonna lose my patience here in a minute. All right. I don't know why. Okay, so now it sees it's plugged in. All right, so now it says it's plugged in. So, all right, so as long as it thinks it's plugged in, we're okay.
Who's got stuff of me and your dad on there?
Here it comes. Here, oh my gosh. All right, YouTubers. This the one? Is this it? Let's see, where are we? Yep, that's it. All right.
Really, that's it. We need to get this. We need to get better lighting here. Come here.
Better lighting. Yeah, background. All
Yeah,
right.
I'll get better lighting here. Yeah, it's probably better if we just like this here. If then it's,
Okay. I need the words. I need to be able to see.
oh yeah, I do too.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's see. You're good.
Okay. You start and I can follow.
We're going to try this again, guys. Come what may. I'll try not to start off quite so high this time. Maybe the computer
Oh, good shot.
won't shut us down this next time.
Yeah.
Right?
Peter's pissed.
Yeah, we're going to try it again. We're going to try it again from the top, as they say
From the
here in
top.
the music business.
In the biz.
In the biz.
Once more from the top.
Yeah, once
Sorry, I gotta see the words.
Oh, right.
All right.
So let me get my glasses so I can actually see it. Here we go.
All right.
Now we got the
Holy God, we praise thy name. Lord Almighty, we confess thee. You're off the beat.
all the earth doth thee acclaim, and in awe and wonder bless thee, thou who wast before all time, art eternal and sublime. Cherubim and seraphim, every creature that can praise thee, all forever join thy hymn. Angels and archangels raise thee, crying out with one accord, Holy, holy, holy Lord. Holy Father, holy
three we name thee, though in essence only one. Undivided God, we claim thee, then adoring bend the knee, while we own the mystery.
I needed the last three words.
Oh yeah, dude.
You made me miss the last three words. We got to do it all over again. No,
So you don't,
I'm
so
kidding.
you don't, so you don't read ahead when you sing?
No, I'm too busy
You
trying to stay on key with you messing me up.
You don't plan ahead? So you're math in your head?
Oh my
Praise
God. Hilarious.
That was pretty good. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
It wasn't great, but it wasn't
Yeah,
bad.
well, you know, it's going to be a hit tonight on YouTube. I may just edit that out.
What?
That song.
Edit it out.
Oh, wait, let's see.
We're already getting calls?
We're getting reviews already.
Oh, gosh.
This is some sort of bullshit. So we will just cut that up. Thank you very much. What was I doing? Where was I? Why is there air?
Going to give beer.
Oh, I don't know what I was doing.
Don't forget your pencil.
I'm just folding on. Where did I put? Oh, here it is. Well, that was very nice.
That wasn't bad. We were on key for, 50% of it. You weren't going high enough on the highs, man. You're throwing me off.
Because, see, you're used to probably a slightly different version.
Above I praise you. No, it's just you gotta get.
No, it's true. No,
Maybe I was looking at the wrong note.
I was not watching the notes.
Oh.
Because I was.
Oh, you mean you don't watch the notes when you sing?
Yes, I generally do when I don't know the the tune. I was singing the tune that is a standard variant of a Palestrina tune. Listen. Thank God for Michael Palestrina, because if it weren't for Michael Palestrina, Roman Catholics wouldn't sing anything.
Well,
That's true.
it's
That's
true.
a true statement.
It's true. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I mean, other than that one and a couple of others, it's.
You say anything you want about the Protestant Reformation, at least we know how to sing.
At least they kept the good songs. Yeah.
We kept all the
Well, and then added a few more.
Except for the 20th century British composers, which suck.
Well, but I guess that wasn't 20th century.
No. In ancient time. Tony says that should be the British national anthem.
It really ought to be.
Yeah.
It really ought to be.
And he's got the right to say it because
He's British.
he's a British citizen.
I could have been a British citizen if my grandmother's
a
still
British
alive.
subject.
British subject.
British
I could have
subject.
been a British subject.
We are citizens.
We are citizens.
They are subject. There's a big difference.
That's true.
Yes.
Although they don't really have a monarchy.
Well,
they're still subject.
Well, they don't.
Subject to the.
They aren't allowed to own guns.
Well, they are. You just have to jump through so many hoops and spend so much money to do it that it's.
Let's see. Ignaz's Friends was the guy that wrote this.
Yeah, they're allowed shotguns,
1740.
and then you can have a rifle for hunting, but it's like you got to go through so much.
The best
craziness.
song, which is the Imperial National Anthem, Russian Imperial National.
Oh yeah, that's a
Moscow.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Thou whose almighty word chaos and darkness heard, and took their flight, hear us humbly we pray. And where the gospel day sheds not its glorious ray, let there be light and peace in our time, O Lord.
It loses something when it's not in Russian.
Yeah.
I like it in Russian.
It's here we go. Here I'll do the second. Come now, incarnate word, by heaven and earth adored, our prayer attend. Come and thy people bless. Come give thy word success. establish thy righteousness, Savior and friend. Amen, amen. Come, Holy Comforter, thy sacred witness bear, in this glad hour, thou who almighty art, now rule in every heart, and never from us depart. Spirit of power, give us peace, O Lord. To the great one in three, the highest praises be, hence evermore. Thy sovereign majesty we may see in glory, and to eternity love and adore, and in peace, O Lord.
That was awesome.
Love it.
That's the Russian.
This is, boy, I tell you that.
That's
I
the
mean,
Russian
this is a
Imperial National Anthem.
YouTube treat right here.
Yeah.
You're gonna have extra views. It does lose something not in Russian though. My favorite scene from The Hunt for Red October. The book is great. The movie's okay. But my favorite scene is when they're all on the sub singing the.
Oh yeah. When he's fighting the Americans.
Yeah.
The captain is fighting the Americans.
Yeah, and they're walking around singing that. Yeah. The captain is killing the Americans. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I first saw that movie. I had driven Bethel's mother down
Hunt for Red October.
to Lordburg.
Yeah.
And it was in the spring. It was like azalea time in North Carolina. You'd think, oh Lord, Anyway, so I went down to Wilmington, North Carolina, and on the beach. And I thought, well, I'm going to hang out on the beach for about 4 days, and then got back, and then take Nina back home to Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
And I did. I emptied my 2-liter bottle of Diet Coke on the way down and things, and then I filled it up with beer, and I'd go down on the beach, where you aren't allowed to have beer on the beach, but you have it, they thought it was a Diet Coke. And I would, once the sort of the hipster smoking dudes, caught on to me, they'd ask me for a hit off the bottle.
Get off my 2-liter.
I immediately fell in with the
my
local
2-liter of beer.
with the local crowd, and it's always good to get a sort of a good street rep right off the bat if you're a stranger, particularly if you're a northern stranger, So, and but then I happened upon the TV in the motel, The Hunt for Red October, and I realized that I wasn't paying for it. It was like the TV.
It's like on their cable or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
And I was just hooked.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
And so I sat there for the next upwards of 18 hours watching at least 5 times The Hunt for Red October.
Oh, it was one of those deals where they played it in a loop. Yeah.
And I was just fixated.
Yeah.
Yes, Sean Connery. Yeah.
He's the Russian captain, yeah.
And then,
The book is really good,
Oh, but then I read the book about a couple, 3 months later.
Yeah.
Well, Tom Clancy is, had so much access to,
Yeah, he must have.
He was really factual.
He knew the right people.
And a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And just
Always finding it interesting.
that movie is one of the best movies.
It's the
Oh,
book.
it's a great movie.
Book same as the.
The movie is
different?
really, really very close to the book because when he sold the rights to the movie, he basically said you can't because he was powerful enough at that point. That he basically said you can't mess with.
Yeah, no, it was. So I just sat there in complete awe and wonderment.
Yeah, great movie.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan
And
of the submarine.
meanwhile, this wonderful sun on Wilmington, North Carolina beach, and I'm thinking, Kersey, you get your ass out there on the beach.
Get out there, drink some beer.
No, fuck! I'm going to sit
I'm
here.
going to watch.
I'm going to sit here and drink and watch Hunt for Red October over and over and over again.
Well, I mean,
Screw the azaleas.
I've spent a couple of days in the summertime doing that.
Yeah.
I remember a couple summers ago. I don't know why Kelly still gets mad at this. Not really mad, but she just thinks it's ridiculous. But she came home one day after work, and I was off in the summertime. Might have been actually even before he was born. Now that I think about it, I was sitting around in my boxer shorts and a t-shirt, drinking beer, watching like the 5-hour
Hell,
director's cut of Das Boot.
if this were,
Yeah.
you know, if you.
Yeah.
If this
If
was
this-
if
if-
this was a game setting, I'd find that a really hot lead into a story.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was watching. I was watching like the director's cut of Das Boot.
Oh yeah, which I got.
Yeah, but it's like 5 hours long.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
Kelly's like, "Why are you sitting around in your boxers?" I said, "Well, I turned this thing on like at 10 o'clock in the morning."
Oh, it's just like
know?
you just it's one of those things that once you start watching it,
You can't
you
not
dare
watch it.
not
Right.
not watch it. Yeah.
And Das Boot, especially because if you miss like one line of dialogue,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
I've seen it enough
Yeah,
times.
and so
now.
I mean, so
Yeah.
you bring out your empty
Yeah.
bottle and piss in
Yeah.
the bottle.
But
while
I
you're
had the
watching.
stereo on, and I was blaring it out of the stereo.
Oh yeah, you got the sound
so you get
coming out of
the great,
yeah.
stereo submarine sound.
These speakers are nice.
Oh yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is a great TV.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
not to dissuade.
That's
not to
all right.
distract you.
I'm a big fan of the whole submarine.
Oh yeah.
You know, I hate to use the word genre, but
Well,
genre.
but you know, but even that's like on the beach, and then there's a remember these World War II submarines.
Oh, yeah,
with
there's
Glenn
a ton.
Ford,
Oh yeah.
who actually
What
was a naval officer.
What was the one I just watched on? It was on Netflix. The Enemy from Below.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who was in it, but these two, like I think. Oh gosh, what's his name? Well, it's gone now, but yeah, I'm a big fan of the. Yeah, this is. Yeah, he can't hear you. He's got the headphones on. Ooh, it's like meta. It's meta YouTube. It's meta video. It's meta YouTubing, YouTubers. Yep, parent of the year right here, guys. Parent of the year. We got some homework done.
Yes.
Yeah, we got some reading. You read a whole book.
Well, we like to document things. You know, it's the historian in me. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I was having an exchange with somebody the other day about history is now, the raw material history is now on places like YouTube and emails. Used to be like you have all these letters. You could
Right,
read,
right.
you eventually go and read maybe if people found them or saved them. You didn't have some sort of insane 19th century guy that burned all these letters and crap. And now
Now the same thing is 40 years from now it's going to be I got access to this guy's email archive and I've combed through 15,000 emails.
but it was immediately deleted after he let me have it. Something like that. So there's no way he can confirm. So
Right.
people either have to take him on trust,
Right.
or it's going to be
Unless you find some other copy of it out there somewhere.
Well, and how many people actually make hard printed copies of email?
Not too many.
I only do very, 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 very rarely. Even in this whole the name process, I've not done very often.
Yeah, I don't print my emails. I still have archived though. I've weeded out all the commercial stuff, but I probably still have buried away somewhere every email.
Oh, I do too. No. I'm it's like 17,200.
Yeah, but I'm going back since email began.
Yeah, no,
Like,
this is I've got
talking-
Paul deletes all his shit.
Oh yes,
I don't.
I've got email going back to the 90s.
Short of it being like if somebody says, it's like here's a YouTube video, and then when I watch it, then I delete the email.
Right.
But that kind of stuff, I
Right.
delete that stuff. But I don't delete
Yeah, buried on my hard
And
drive somewhere.
I delete all the financial solicitations. Give to this candidate, give to
Yeah,
that
all that
candidate.
stuff.
Joe Blow. Or somebody's feelings got hurt in Afghanistan. Sign our petition. I delete that shit. Unless I sign a petition.
Now, the interesting thing 40 years from now will be just technologically. All right, here's this guy who's got this email archive he started in 1998.
Yeah.
Now, how do I go back and unpack that so that I can read it? So you're going to end up having this whole system of historical software.
I think the standard, though, is going to stay fairly constant.
If they saved them in text, in a text format, yeah.
If they do it like rich text file using a Unix system.
Yeah, and so theoretically you'd be able to do it, but there's going to be
Yeah. Or you have these sequential backup things.
Yeah. Carter, 15, 20 minutes. We're going to go.
Let's see. What's the other one? What's the other one really would like to have sung at my funeral? We couldn't see because the light was too bright. Shit. We haven't sung it for a while. It's a Welsh hymn. It's one of Carol's favorites. One of my favorites. See, this is your mother's hymnal.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't know she had it.
She didn't like it. She left it. She left it in the basement.
Oh.
Once when I cleaned out the stuff on Fenway Road.
Oh. That
Took it.
That one didn't stick.
It's stuck here.
Well, yeah, she clearly wasn't.
Got it.
She wasn't sitting around singing a lot of praise and worship songs.
Oh, I hate that phrase, praise and
I
worship.
know, that's why I said it.
Thank you for that.
It's the group.
See, they even have like
Look at that! Oh, if you want to make up your own,
if you
hey,
get seized,
if
you get seized with the need
to make some notes.
To compose.
I'm gonna just jot down my own quick one here.
What's the one I really love? The white. It's like light. I love the light. Oh well, I'm not gonna. It's one of those things. As soon as you guys walk out the door,
That's how it works.
No, it's always how it works. Son of a bitch. Yeah. Fuck. I can't find the hint.
I can't find the hell.
Shit.
What? Come on, man. Come on, man.
I want to tell you this. You're going to kick out of it. The same woman that made the remark about the guy's hat the other last Sunday.
Yeah.
Who was I recall? I think you characterized her as a bitch.
That was the general content of my email. Yeah.
Now at the end of the 8 o'clock service last night, I thought, well, I'll stick around and shoot the breeze with people. I don't like to be necessarily, but I think I should do that. I enjoy it. And plus, the Wymans were doing the coffee hour. They always bring cheese.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I always like that cheese.
Little coffee and cheese.
Well, if there's cheese,
If there's cheese, forget it.
If there's cheese, Joe's in the room.
Just
It's
true.
Except Joe couldn't get in the room because
There was so much.
this woman and then a number of people sort of arrived at the same time. And instead of just sort of moving through the door into the sort of like the coffee hour room or coffee center room, they parked their big. And these people aren't people that particularly have big asses, but they're we're all in our age. wide-angle lenses aren't kind to people, by the way, given the way my butt was looking earlier. You see me in a real life, I'm a hotter number than what you look like. Anyway, so
Parked their
so
ass
they just,
in the
they
middle
just
of
parked
the
there.
door.
I couldn't get in. They're just standing there. It's like they're gestating. I thought, are they starting to ferment?
Did you say, excuse me, there's cheese?
No.
I have to get to the cheese.
No. I don't. You never draw attention to yourself in a church setting.
Even at the coffee hour?
You don't want to rise above the event horizon. That's sort of the general rule. Never rise above the event horizon unless it's absolutely necessary.
Right.
Never rise above the event horizon unless it's necessary. So I put on my coat and
Oh.
went.
So you didn't even get any cheese?
No, I didn't get cheese. But I did get home safely, and
Oh,
that's
that's
all
good.
that really matters.
That's good. I don't know.
I did wait until I was well outside the door to put my hat on.
I need my cheese. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Never put your hat on.
Well, I always do.
Yeah.
I always
Well,
do
you
in
don't
general.
want this woman commenting. Did those people come back? You ever see them again? The new people?
Well, I don't know. They would have come at 10:30 if they were coming.
Oh, okay.
I might have to see if I can,
Get some intel.
talk to Henry Shaw.
Yeah, get some intel on that, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, he and I, don't. Well, we do email back and forth, but not necessarily, like you and I might. He'll send me stuff about Civil War stuff and artillery, and that's great. And I love that. I'll occasionally send him. I'll occasionally send him stuff from the Anglican mainstream website about the latest outrage from some unbelieving bishop in the U.S. Episcopal Church.
As opposed to one of those radical fundamentalist Anglican websites that you visit. These crazy Anglicanist websites.
Well, no, there are this various. I had a discussion with a woman, one of the newer members of our church. She I think she's one of the girls, and she and her woman, and she was talking about to me the other day. About 3 weeks ago. About wanting to, find an actual believing church, a believing church, but yet not an intolerant church. And so she thought, well, she'd try this new Cana, the Church of Anglican Church in North America. And there's one up here, and I went to it once just to see what it's all about. And this was several years ago. She says they went there recently, and she says it's almost like a cult. It's almost like a cult.
Huh.
So she admires the way they try to adhere to Scripture, but they don't necessarily like the way they apply it. They adhere to Scripture, but they then use that as a way to, be intolerant. Now, whether they really believe that that's what follows from Scripture, or whether that's just they want to use that as a way to justify their own prejudices. I mean, she could just, but in that case, the way they structures like a cult. They want you to get rebaptized. Well, that's just that's heretical.
That's completely wrong.
No.
Yeah.
You can't. And that's the same thing. As much as I would almost want to become Orthodox, they want you to be. If you're a Protestant, they want you to be baptized. No. I did that. I don't need to be.
That's a new one on me. I didn't know that.
Well, at least that's what this joint down here, says. So it's and I've read that in a couple other places. So I don't know. I'm not going to become Orthodox, although I really love that whole divine liturgy. The beauty of you're moving continually toward intermingling with the divine during a church service.
No, I know. Well, it's odd. Well, I used to take my kids over at least once a year.
You're
It's
down
the
there.
St. John Chrysostom.
Chrysostom.
Yeah. I mean, the whole thing is sung. It's great, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Carter, my man,
Yeah.
we're to get rolling pretty soon.
Okay. Pretty soon.
Like let's get unplugged from the
We have like 10 more minutes or 5.
How about we just get unplugged and you can watch the rest of this when you get home.
Or I can just like literally like watch videos on the computer.
Yes, you literally could watch videos on the computer at home. Yes.
Now it's charging. It's 4% now.
Oh, thank God.
No, it's true. Our power is better than your power.
Yes. Your alternating current is superior.
Oh,
Let's get our stuff packed up. And let's unplug the headphones. Give those back to Granddad.
Transformer stuff in this morning. They were buzzing away and
This video is almost. That video looks like it's almost.
Thanks, Carter.
Say thank you,
It's
Granddad.
almost too long. Oh, yes, another YouTube critic. It's too long. My material is too long.
He's gonna edit. He's gonna edit.
it's almost too long.
It's almost too long.
It's 28, 40, and 45 seconds.
Yeah, that's only.
Yeah, that's only part 2.
That's only like the last fourth. Yeah.
Yeah, stick around.
So, I think we all should say bye bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTubers.
Goodbye.
There you go. There he is. Okay. So bye bye, YouTube.